right, guys, here's on the hitting, what we're working on with our hitting fundamentals. It's not terribly complicated. There are a lot of moving parts, and yeah, these guys can get out of sync a little bit with it. But if they keep one thing in mind, it's really a natural swing. You don't have to do a lot of crazy stuff in it. It's natural. Just kind of let the body flow with it if we do the setup correctly. All right? So the setup, working from the ground up, what I'd like to see is a wide base. Right? Not a big proponent of the step. Not a big benefit right now. That's something we can work on later. But right now, just a wide base where my shoulders will fit down in between my feet. So that's what we're kind of looking for. So when these guys set up, they get ready to practice this, make sure they've got a good base. Second thing, if there's a line in the floor somehow that they can line their toes up, we want that line to go straight down the middle. All right? We don't want to have a closed stance where the foot's back. We don't necessarily want to have an open stance where the back foot's forward. We want to get used to being in a square, straight stance, right? And from there, knees are bent. My butt's kind of sticking out a little bit like I'm sitting on a bar stool. Just pretend like there's a bar stool and I'm just sitting down on it. That's what I'm looking for. And then the chest is tilted in a little bit. Straight spine, right? Heads up, straight spine, chest is leaning in. So from side view, it'll look something like this here, right? Knees bent, sitting on a stool, right? If I do that, it automatically forces my chest in. I don't want to be straight up and down. I want my chest to come in a little bit, right? Again, it's a natural stance. If I'm sitting here, I sit on the stool, it's right there. It's a natural stance, okay? So, again, it's important to set up. Get them there. Get them to where it's just a naturally set into it. And they get in the box, right? Now, one of the things that we have been working on, if they have a bat in their hand and there's a plate, is being able to touch the center part of the plate with the end of their bat in one hand. So if they're right-handed, they put the bat in their left hand, stick it down, and it should be in the middle of the plate if I'm in my stance. If I can get in the middle of the plate, I know I got good plate coverage, right? So from there. Now, you got the legs, right? You got our stance, good, got good balance. Now, from here, what we do with our hands. So, back hand, right? So the right-handed batter, my right hand, left-handed batter hits the left hand, is I'm going to be, I want to take this right here, this L, this power L again, right here, this little B part, and I want it to be shoulder high and behind the shoulder. So right there, we want to get to there, right? So then lead hand is I want to keep it close to the chest. I only want about a fist width away from my shoulder here, and this forces my hands to be a little closer to my chest. So now I'm in here, right? Middle knuckles together, in line, wrists together, whatever you want to do, right? But it puts the little knuckles right there, holding the bat in the fingers. Essentially is what we're doing. So V, push our lead hand back. We don't want them, if they're coming in here, that's a problem. They have a tendency from here to what I call double pump, is they go ahead and push their hands back and then try to come. It's too slow. Get the hands back. This is where practicing this right here is going to help a ton, right? Getting the hands back, right? Knuckles lined up. Now I'm just ready to go. I'm watching for my pitch. Once my pitch comes, right, and again, we can work on these individually, these steps. So we got our base, chest in, good balance. We work on the hands, get back to there every time. Then we can go back and set up, right? Here, here, set up. Here, here, set up. Make sure we've got this. Bat should be able to tap the back part of their head, right? There's that little knot. If they're holding it, if they're holding it back, they don't have to. So from here, our pitch comes. With the legs, right? Now what do we do with the legs? This is important. We're not stepping. We're not going to take a big step, right? We're just going to rotate. Essentially squash the bug. So if I had a bug under this back foot, on the ball of foot, I'm going to rotate it and squash it, right? My hips start to rotate. Front foot rotates a little bit. So how do I get there? in the boys' progression, I started teaching them a little preload. Preload is on that front knee. Is as the pitcher gets ready to deliver the ball, is that knee can kind of buckle in just ever so slightly. It turns the hips ever so slightly. I don't need a big one. I don't need some kind of fancy little footstep like that. That doesn't work. Is right here, a little bit of a knee, kind of get the hips moving. All right? From there, if that's my pitch, both knees then will explode through. All right? Both knees drive. Gives me that hip rotation. They can actually do this without swinging their arms. For now, is practicing with this is little knee, both knees go, hips go, chest pointed forward. I've got good balance, and I've got this C here that I've created from my heel to my shoulder as I'm leaning back on that back leg. Feeling it right here in the quads, right? So, just from there. Here, right? Knee, both knees go, squash the bug, hips open up good, got good balance, creating that C. That's what we're looking for, right? So, each time, now you can kind of just incrementally build on that. Get in my box, my stance, right? Stool, chest in, hands, all right? Knee, right? A little preload. Explode with both knees, right? Hands are staying back, hips already start to come through, hands are back, throwing the knob straight at the ball. My wrists are still bent back. That bat's still back here somewhere. Here, right? At which point, full extension, right? This arm's full extension at the ball. Then we're going to snap and roll through the ball. Big super C, big finish, let the bat come all the way around. This is what we're after, all right? Now, to kind of exaggerate and really amplify the wrist and what they're doing is with the hands open. So here, hands open, right? I can do this like this. They can kind of see it and they can feel it. Is from here, the B's right where it's supposed to be, is knee. Little preload, pull the trigger, blows both knees through, the hands come through, right here, throwing them kind of a slice, karate chop, if you will, at the ball, at which point I'm going to extend the hands, the wrist, they're going to hit, and they're going to roll like that, and I'm going to finish. Right? We want to hit the ball out in front of us. We're not going to hit it here. Even if we're doing tee work, we set the tee out in front. So if it's an inside pitch, it's going to be way out here. If it's down the middle, it's going to be right out here in front. And if it's outside, it's going to be right in front of the plate where we're looking to make contact. So we can practice that. So I'm here, I'm going to an outside. Here, I'm going to throw my hands to that outside pitch, like that, good extension. It's going to rotate here, and then I'm going to have a big finish. Ball's out in the middle, here, hands in tight still again. Throw my hands here, there, extension, rotation, there. If it's out on the inside, same thing. Hands are coming in, throwing at the ball here, at which point I'm going to snap and roll here and through. Right? Okay, so you've seen each element of this. You can break it down incrementally. I try to do that for you where you see, have them start with the base and then start gradually building on top of it. Get them to the point, doing it slow so they can see and feel every aspect of this. And you can kind of critique it as they go along. That's kind of the goal. And then whenever their evolution, their progression with this will be exponential if they can start doing these things and you're helping them, as we talked about in the first video. So, and then when we get together, if I need to adjust anything, then we can at that point, I'll kind of give you some ideas of what I think, how to adjust it. But really, if they get this embedded as a new muscle memory, it's just going to be so much easier. The hand speed is going to be a lot faster. They're going to have a lot more power. They're going to have a lot more consistency. That's what we're after. When it comes to hitting, I'm not looking for You know, if you go and look at the major leagues, an average team batting average is somewhere between 200 and 275. That's pretty poor. We're not going to win a lot of ball games with that kind of batting average collectively. I fully expect that we're going to be somewhere between 500 and 750 as a team batting average. Fully expect that. I really think when these guys embrace this and adopt it, you know, every time they step up to the plate, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, maybe even 4 out of 4 times, they're going to make solid contact with the baseball and get on base. That's what we're looking for. So if they can get this, get comfortable with it, the only thing that they have to learn after that is just how fast their hands are, and that comes with practice. Getting off of the tee, doing some batting cages, that type of thing. Okay? All right, thank you.